Hey Nintendo fans, Zelda Conqueror here, and today I'll be talking about Woodfall Temple, as well as its purpose and origin. Woodfall Temple is the first dungeon Link travels to in Majora's Mask. It's located in a region known as Woodfall, deep within the southern swamp. When Link arrives at the swamp, it can be seen suffering from a poison water source. The poisonous water has caused great distress among the Deku Kingdom and other people residing in the area. The Deku Kingdom is one of the most civilized kingdoms in Termina, containing schools, religion practices, and tourist attractions. The monarchy is ruled by the overprotective Deku King and his fiery daughter, the Deku Princess. Believing the source of the swamp's problems to be the Woodfall Temple, the Deku Princess and her friend, a monkey, transverse into Woodfall Temple. However, she was kidnapped by Odowa and taken captive. Being the last seen with the princess, the monkey was falsely accused by the Deku King to have kidnapped her and thus imprisoned the monkey. Eventually, Link sneaks into the Deku Palace and finds himself at the torture chamber, where the monkey is being held captive in a cage. The monkey tells Link that he is innocent and all the past events leading up to his imprisonment. The monkey then teaches Link the Sonata of Awakening, allowing the temple to be awakened from its slumber. The Deku King then claims that the Sonata of Awakening is a melody only known by the Deku Royal Family, thus, he thinks the monkey deceived the princess to enter the temple for his own selfish desires. After being kicked out, the monkey can be seen suffering a more dire fate. It seems that the king and all the guards are brainwashed, thinking the monkey kidnapped the princess. The only one who does not look past these things is the Deku Butler, who notices the poison in the swamp filling and the king's unnecessary anger. When Link arrives at the summit of Woodfall, the temple can be seen submerged below the poisonous water. By playing the Sonata of Awakening, only then is Link able to traverse into the abyss of Woodfall Temple. Woodfall Temple features a forest theme and is significantly smaller than the other temples in this game. The whole temple is filled with poisonous water that can be purified once you shoot a fire arrow into the shrine, which is the main room of the temple. This will only purify the water inside the dungeon and not the water outside. It seems this room was the main place of worship for the Deku. The whole temple is filled with portraits of what it seems like depicting an unknown figure. This is merely speculation, but I believe the figure to be referring to a Mayan god or a Native American god, due to the dungeon and boss symbolizing both cultures, and the music sounds like it is depicting a ritual. The Mayan god could be Apush, the god of death and disaster, or a Native American god. In Mayan mythology, Apush was known for kidnapping its victims, just like Odowa kidnapped the Deku Princess. This could suggest that the temple is dedicated to Odowa. As for Native American gods, there are a lot to choose from, due to there being many different tribes, but I believe it could be the god of death or disease. But keep in mind this is speculation. Finally, in the boss room, Odowa can be seen dropping from the ceiling below, confronting Link. Odowa has a tall-like appearance, looking like a tribal warrior, wielding a giant machete and shield. Throughout the battle, he will randomly dance and chant in Mayan. Throughout the battle, the following chants can be heard: Kinam Tuk Ul, which means head will ache and burn, Tukik Tali, which means come burn, and Alik Bara, which means come dance now. Once Odowa is defeated, The poison water in the swamp becomes purified, and Link is transported to a secret room where he finds a Deku Princess. The Deku Princess explains all past events and becomes outraged to hear that the monkey has been falsely punished by her father. The Deku Princess then begs Link to take her to the Deku Kingdom. Once there, her father is relieved to see that she is safe, but she outlashes in anger against him due to his ignorance and foolish decision making against the monkey. The monkey then is freed from imprisonment, and the king realizes his mistakes as a ruler and apologizes. Because Link has completed Woodfall Temple, the Deku Butler will be waiting for him at the Deku Shrine, offering a race to end up receiving the Mask of Sense. But that brings up a theory. If Woodfall Temple contains a shrine, then why is there another shrine for the Deku to worship at? I believe that the Deku at some unspecified point in time used to worship Odowa, but turned over to the four giants when the giants departed to their respectful regions to protect the people while asleep. In the Majora's Mask manga, Odowa is a god of Woodfall, and the Deku Kingdom make regular tributes to him. At one point, the king doesn't make any, and in revenge, Odowa kidnaps the Deku Princess. Keep in mind though, the manga is considered non-canon. However, it isn't likely Odowa was worshipped by the Deku, due to Kaepora saying the swamp has lost its guardian deity, and it was destined to fade anyway. This leads me to believe that the Giant of Woodfall is their deity. I would also like to point out that the monkey asked the princess if the temple had been returned back to normal, implying that Odowa and the poison water wasn't always there. Before completing Woodfall Temple, you can see the Deku Butler in a panicked state of mercy, asking the great lords to save his kingdom. Since Odowa is one person, this may be referring to the four giants. As for the Deku Shrine, many fans speculate it is home to the Deku scripts that have no connection to the royal family. However, the Deku Shrine doesn't appear to look like a place for dwellers. Also, keep in mind that a Deku flower is just enough for a Deku script to make its home. In conclusion, I believe Woodfall Temple to be an ancient site of worship for the first of the four giants. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed the theory. I stayed up really late for this, and one thing I want to mention is, I thought of so many ideas on, on Woodfall Temple, the origin and everything of it. But one of the ideas I thought was, maybe Odwalla built it, because if you think about it, people think aliens helped build the Giza pyramids, and I'm like, well, that's a whole different theory, and plus I'm not even going to cover real life theories, but yeah, sometimes I try to base off real life events to my theories, but not too much because Zelda, anything can happen since there's magic in the game and stuff, so yeah. But yeah guys, let me know if you disagree or agree, and yeah guys, thanks for watching, and check out my other theories, and yeah guys, thanks for watching, and bye.